We're going to talk about all of what I learned this week from joining all of these different government grant Zooms. Yes, I've been on Zoom calls with the government grant programs, and you guys have been asking me different questions on YouTube about what types of programs or nonprofit organization grants can I apply to if I'm trying to help my community, like urban areas, underserved areas, or you might be trying to redo some homes, right? So we're going to go over a couple of programs that I came across this week, and then also any questions and answers or any questions and concerns, right? I want to know about what you guys have been doing, how you've been applying to grants, what questions you have, and what tools have you been using, right? What's been working for you, what hasn't been working for you. So come on in if this is your first time meeting me. Hi, I'm Superior Shelby. I'm a small business development coach, and I'm also a grant writer, okay? I've been writing grants for 8 years. I've helped over 800 small business owners, nonprofit organizations, innovators, startups get free grant money so they don't have to pay anything back, and they can use this money to start a business or to scale. Okay? So, this week has been very festive for me, y'all, for real. I've been doing so much. And next week is going to be even more festive. So I don't know if you guys remember like my live streams from about like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I did say that I will be in Atlanta. So starting next week, okay, I'm going to be in Atlanta taking in-person consultations. Now I'm going to drop the link in the description of this video once it's all done. If you guys are in Atlanta, I would love for you to comment. If you want to do an in-person consultation with me, I want you to comment down below. I'll make sure you get the direct link, okay? This in-person consultation, literally, it's full of grant eligibility information, and also I'm writing a grant right in your face for you, okay? I'm sitting side by side. I'm telling you everything I know about grants, and I'm actually applying to a grant for you, okay? So that's how my in-person consultations work. We strategize together, and we make sure you execute on the strategy we mastermind, okay? So welcome in, people. Happy Friday. All right, so there is a couple of government grant opportunities that I went over, okay, this week, and I can't believe that there's so many programs out here that we're just not taking advantage of, or we're just simply not being prepared. Out of all of it, and I actually dropped a short on this, so I don't know if you guys actually seen the short. Hey, what's up, friends? Don't be scared when you come in here. Say what's up. You know, we all family in here. But I dropped a short the other day, and the short actually, and you can go take a look at it. I was on a Zoom call, and we were going over a program, and this program is a grant program. It's a government-funded grant program, and it helps 501c3 nonprofits, and also like people who are like into real estate. And I noticed that you guys like have a lot of real estate investments going on. So if you are like into real estate and you're trying to redo like an urban area or underserved area, well, you have like these government grant programs. But the thing about that is you're going to have to collaborate with a 501c3 nonprofit or another organization in order for you to be eligible for those opportunities. Okay. Now, when we went over the eligibility requirements inside of the Zoom call, they didn't really say that you needed any like tax details or anything like that. So that's really good. From my experience, most of these government-funded grant opportunities, a lot of the times they do ask for business financials, like your tax returns. But these programs that we went over this week, they don't ask you for that. So I thought that was really cool. I know some of you guys have nonprofits where you are actually doing youth development, right? So you're helping like young ladies learn how to proper etiquette. You might be teaching young men, how to be, young men. So if you have like a children's and families development type of nonprofit organization, well, there's definitely a whole bunch of grant funded opportunities too. So where can you find these grants that I'm talking about? Well, because they're government funded, you would actually visit grants.gov. But hold on, friend. Before you go there, remember, in order for you to apply for grants.gov grant opportunities, you need to properly register your company as an organization. How do you do that, Shelby? Well, how you actually properly register your company as an organization through grants.gov so you can apply to these high ticket, government funded grants. You need to get what's called the UEI number. Now, I have a course. It's just $30, but I promise you the course is worth it. And if you take a look at all of my 5-star ratings, people will tell you the course is worth it, okay? This is a video course. It's about 15 minutes, and it walks you. You want to do it step by step while I'm doing it side by side. And what it does is it walks you through on how to get your unique entity identification number. Now, you need this UEI number, friend. It's a 12-digit numeric code. It's different from your EIN, right? Your EIN, think of your EIN as your business social security number. With the IRS, though, the UEI number is an acronym for Unique Entity Identification Number, and this is solely to identify your business with government funded programs or government business opportunities, right? So if you get a government contract, you need to use this UEI number to identify your business. If you get a government grant, before you apply, you need to use this UEI number, okay? So you need to get that in order for you to register your company properly as an organization through grants.gov. In grants.gov, they offer individual grants and organization grants, right? So individual grants will be like Social Security, rental assistance, EBT, SNAP food, food assistance. Those are like individual grant opportunities, right? For small business owners and for innovators and for startups, you have to register yourself as an organization. Okay, because if you don't, when you go to look at that grant program that I'm talking about, it's going to be grayed out. The apply button is going to be grayed out simply because you have not properly registered your company as an organization through grants.gov. All right, so you got to register properly in order for you to be able to apply. Okay, so grants.gov. Now, what are they looking for? All right, so after doing 4 days worth of this amazing expo, I came to realize that with these grant opportunities, they said majority of the people, they literally said this on the Zoom call, and I think that I put this as a recording as a short here on YouTube. The guy said, he was like, you know, most of the applicants that apply to these grants, right? They're not properly prepared, and we can tell because they'll either stop in the middle of the application and they'll save it. We can tell that. Or they'll have to circle back around when we ask for a certain type of document when we've already posted on the details exactly what you need to have before you decide to apply for the opportunity. For example, a business plan. So when he said that, I was like, man, this is so true. And I'm so serious when I say this, but having a business plan, having a pitch deck, and having a pitch video truly helps you with open the window, like opening up the door of opportunities for grants. And then also, right, it helps you being properly prepared. Imagine you are submitting the application, and then, like, let's say 24 hours, they're like, okay, cool, like everything looks good, your application looks good, it looks good, right? And then they're like, okay, well, can you send us a pitch video? And then obviously we would like to have like a Zoom call. Well, you need to be properly prepared, right? And the best way to prepare yourself is to already have these documents, but to also work on your pitch and to also work on your pitch video too, right? So I did talk about this, and I went into more details about those 3 credentials and what artificial intelligence tools you can use to get things like your business plan, your pitch deck, and also how you can actually script your pitch video. So all of that's here. I'm always giving you guys free game. You already know what I say. The game is free. The hustle sold separately. So either you're going to execute or you're not, okay? So yeah, any questions about what I just said about like the government grant program and stuff? Now I'm going to dive deeper this week into each program. There's so many programs that I literally can't talk all about them on this live stream this morning, but I do want to take the days out this week, coming week, to actually go over each program individually and what they offer, and then we can just go from there. Okay. All right, cool. So those are the government grant programs I'm really excited to talk about because, you know, these are the ones that I think will really drive impact to you guys as community, and especially considering you guys do have a lot of you all are 501c3 certified nonprofits, or you have like some sort of business that, you know, offers community service. Okay, awesome. All right, so hey, what's up, y'all? So Thomas was like, peace and blessings. I live in Virginia and I'll be traveling to Atlanta. Let's do it. Thomas is actually going to travel to Atlanta to attend my 101. That's what's up. Let's do it. I'm actually going to drop the link later and also on my community post. If you guys don't know how to work Instagram, or not Instagram, YouTube. YouTube has a place here called community, and this is where I put a lot of my posts, a lot of the direct links to how you can book a one-on-one virtual consultation with me, my community links, all that stuff is actually on my community post. Okay. But ultimately in the description of this video, or you can follow me on Instagram at superior.shelby, whichever is more convenient for you to get the in-person consultation. I will be in Atlanta, so you can always book a one-on-one consultation with me. And I've been doing in-person consultations in Atlanta for the last like 3 years, and every time I do one, I get I get well over 20 people, and two, you guys like really do take the education and run away with it. Like, I don't know what it is about Atlanta or I don't know what it is about Georgia or the small business owners in Georgia, but when you guys get information, you guys actually execute on it. And I really do appreciate that. So I can't wait. I can't wait to meet you. It's so overwhelming to be a 501c3, rushing to get grant ready. I need a starter. I need a starter to a starter, a starter to a starter. What you mean by that, Matthew? If you don't mind, like, elaborating on that. Like, you need like a starter to a starter, because he was like, it's overwhelming to be a new 501c3 rushing to get grant ready. Well, actually, let's probably work through that, right? Because maybe you might be in the mindset, just like all other startups, that truly believe that they need funding before they actually develop their company. And I want to tell you guys, that's actually like a backwards mindset. When you have a service or product, it's very vital that you even prove to yourself that your service or product is profitable, right? So even when you go to ask for investment capital, crowdfunding, or loans, lines of credit, credit cards, or even grant opportunities, you need to be able to prove that what you have is profitable, right? So do you have a sense of community? Do you have supporters? Do you have family, friends, or coworkers, or people that you've grew up with that are willing to try your service or product, give you a review, and then you go out there and you sell? Some of you all have like sell little things to be remembered, like, you know, like earrings and jewelry pieces. Some of you guys sell like body oils and skin oils, all kinds of stuff. Well, I want to inform you that you can do something. Have you thought about possibly doing like a farmer's market? Right? And some of you guys are in like your own zip codes where you don't even have to pay for your own booth because of the type of, you know, area you are in. I'm from Miami, right? So in Miami, we have so many different farmers markets. It's so many different farmers markets that they literally have. I don't know if you guys been in Fort Lauderdale, but they have the swap shop, right? It's a Miami is a place where it's like you can sell anything, anywhere. It's gonna work out. You just gotta have faith and determination, for real, for real. And imagine you taking your body oils or whatever and you do like a farmer's market. Well, that's you actually developing your reputation in your community, because see, you got to let your community know about you first. Sometimes you got to take over your own city or your own town first, get that support from them first before you decide to go out, right? That's what I did. I've been an entrepreneur for almost 9 years. But when I first started in this field in entrepreneurship, I started with my friends. I started with my family, right? And I started doing people's makeup, and I started selling lashes, and I went from that to going into credit repair, and I started fixing my mom credit and my family credit and my credit, and then I went from that into, you know, learning more about finances and learning more about small business development, right? So I scaled up. You got to start somewhere. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Question. I've realized that applying for grants is a headache and can be discouraging. I was wondering if you had any advice about working with companies on a one-on-one basis instead of applying. Well, you can always do that. You can hire a grant writer to work with you one-on-one, right? That's why I give you the tools like grantwatch.com. Grantwatch.com actually has a team of grant writers. I don't know what their success rate is. I don't know what the quality of their service is, but I know that they offer the help, right? And so grantwatch.com, you'll see a tab at the top right hand corner that says need a grant writer, or it'll say hire a grant writer or something like that, right? And then so you would just speak to one of their consultants. It just gives you the chance you just actually have to try. And I always give this example, but I'm giving this to you, friend. With grants, those harder to apply grant opportunities, write them down, right? Create a spreadsheet of those harder to apply grants, right? The grants that you come across where it might be that question that's very challenging. And then when you get that list of grants, and I always say create a spreadsheet. So column A will be the name of the grant, column B will be the link to the grant, column C will be the application deadline date, right? So create a spreadsheet. On this particular spreadsheet, it will be a list of grants that you want to apply to. However, these are a list of grants that are very time consuming. You might not comprehend the details, and you just simply don't understand like how to submit this application. Well, with this spreadsheet of grants that are challenging for you, then you would actually use this spreadsheet and give this to the grant writer that you're hiring and ask the grant writer to apply for these grants. And then what you can do is to continue to apply simultaneously while the grant writer is applying to the harder to apply grants. You can apply to those Hello Skip grants, right? Because Hello Skip always has about 20 grants every month inside of their app, and it only takes you about 5 minutes to apply, right? So apply to those Hello Skip grants, but then you can hire someone like me or another grant writer through like grantwatch.com or so and so, and then you can give the grant writer that list of grants that are challenging for you, and then you allow them to apply to those opportunities, right? So a lot of people, when I charge $420 to apply to 5 grants for you, the individuals who sign up for that service, that's what they do, right? So they're already applying to grants themselves. They understand the logistics of grants, and they understand the how grants work, right? But when they come across one that is very time consuming or it is a challenge to comprehend, then they create that spreadsheet of 5 grants and they say, hey, Shelby, I'm going to go ahead and pay the $420. Can you and the team go ahead and apply to these 5 grants for me? And I'll say, yeah. We'll go over the grants. Remember, with my service, you get 2 consultations. So the 5 grants that you give me that are a challenge for you, we actually are in the first consultation, we're going to go over each grant and what's expected, just in case I might need like your business plan, or I might need like your physical copy of your LLC and EIN, right? And so we'll go over what's needed. Then you'll give me the 14 business days to complete the 5 grants. You're not my own client, so you got to give me some time. And then after that, we'll have a grant debrief. And in our grant debrief, we'll go over the 5 grants that I applied to for you. What's to be expected in the next couple of days. And then also, like, I can tell you what my experience was with applying to those grants, right? Or what my team experienced, right? Because it's not just me. Remember, it's me and like other people. I have a whole team. So with that being said, when you are doing a one-on-one basis with someone with applying, that is what I advise you do, right? You don't want to miss out on any opportunities. Still apply to Hello Skip grants, but then also you can hire a grant writer to apply to those harder to comprehend grants or time-consuming grants. Okay, I hope that answers your question, and I hope that gives you like an understanding of how you can actually be efficient and effective in your grant writing journey. Okay, any other questions, you guys? Yesterday I did a live stream and we went over 4 or 5 really great grants. So I would love for you guys to take a look at that. Take a look at that live stream I did yesterday. But in this live stream, I just also wanted to go over earlier the government programs, and then any questions or concerns or whatever like challenges you guys have been having with applying to grants. Right? And remember, grants is debt-free money, right? So it's kind of like a no-brainer. Why not apply to it? And I know it's a feeling of discouragement, right? But you have to have confidence when we're talking about your idea. Because if you don't, then how are you going to get us to believe in it, right? You got to remember, this is your business. You have a service or product that you want users to use. You want everyone else to use, right? So you got to show belief and faith in your product or service, so that way we can believe, all right, well, look at her. She's standing 10 toes behind what she got going on, right? She's vigilant on what she has going on. Yeah, she's determined. She's disciplined. You know what I mean? He's doing what he needs to do. So, he has business professionalism. We can see that. So, confidence is what really shows that you have that faith and belief. And God said all you needed is a faith of a mustard seed, friend. So, yeah. I'm trying to get at least $20 million in grants to start my own innovation power station where I live. Okay, that's awesome. So yeah, make sure you have all of your credentials, and going for that much money, you want to make sure you have a team of investors or a team of reputable individuals who do understand your vision and that can sign off on your vision. When you're going for that type of money, that is not a cookie cutter type of grant opportunity. That is not a thing where it's like, oh, I'm just going to provide my LLC. That is something that requires more than a business plan, pitch deck, pitch video, and all of your other business formations. So when you're going for that type of money, make sure you are putting yourself in rooms, networking, and you're developing your business reputation, and your professionalism. Because when you get to that point of being of requesting millions and millions of dollars, especially when we're talking about government funded programs or investment capital, um, you really need to be able to deliver that vision, and everything else, right? And having a team, showing that you have a research and development team, right, that has been with you for all this time, and you guys have been working diligently together, right? That right there looks really good. So when you're going for high ticket grants, just, good luck on that. And you got it. I know that it's me competing with who knows how many other people. LOL. Yeah, absolutely. But so what? You can't really think of it like that, because if that's the case, then if you're looking at it like, oh, I don't know who I am competing against or whatever the case may be, that doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Because that means that every time that you are faced with an opportunity, but someone else that you believe it has a better product or service than you, even if the judges don't believe that, because you don't know what the judges think, then you're stopping your own self from your own greatness and your own success and your own growth. That's your belief system that's stopping that. Oh, I don't know who the other candidates are. I understand that, but you gotta believe that what you have is the greatest thing on earth. And why don't you believe that? You understand? So that's all it is. I just don't understand why are we creating services or products, but we don't believe that we have the greatest service or product out here. Sometimes you got to move with faith. See, look, with my business, I've been doing this for years. You guys, like I say this all the time. You can even scroll through some of my videos when I've wanted to quit YouTube. I've been doing YouTube for 5 years. So when I wanted to quit this, I wanted to quit that, and I persevered, right? Even with my emotions, with me financially going through things, with me going through like my relationship, with my ex past relationship, that breakup, all of that stuff, you guys actually went through this with me, right? You grew through, these are growing pains. So you went through this with me on YouTube, right? But I still persevere, and I still truly believe that what I have and what I'm doing in the vision of helping you all out and making sure you guys understand the opportunities you have and actually pushing you and motivating you to execute on those opportunities, I'm helping you out. I don't have money goals. I don't have anymore, right? Obviously, I do have, like, okay, I would like to make sure I stay on top of things, but my goals are no longer that anymore. I don't have a dollar amount on it. At this moment of my life and in my entrepreneurship journey, I'm more focused on the impact. So if I die tomorrow, I want all 50 something thousand of y'all to be able to come out and say, this woman here helps me understand what a grant is. This woman here either fixed my credit. This woman here helped me get a grant. This woman here truly, motivated me and my household. I have subscribers that literally moved outside the United States because I did it. I have people that have started financial literacy consultancies because I did it, right? And so that's what I focus on, creating driving more impact to my community, right? And so because of that, I have faith of Mount Everest. I don't have faith of a mustard seed. I got faith of Mount Everest. So much faith and belief in what I have going on that it may sometimes come off a little bit delusional. But I believe, you know? I apply for grants, and the worst thing they can say is no, and I'll just keep moving. Right, exactly. That's the worst thing they can say. And because you got a denial or because they said no, that does not mean that your service or product is not good enough for the economy. That just means that it's just not, you didn't get that opportunity. That's all. hmm How do you get a grant? Do I need a business plan first? So, Maria, how do you get a grant? So, I answer this question every day, all day. So how do you get a grant? Well, you first need to be prepared. So one way you can be prepared is having a business plan, having a pitch deck, and also having a pitch video. So grants is free money, right? No credit checks, no personal information needed. You don't have to worry about providing your banks or your date of birth or social. And you don't have to provide any bank statements. Grants is free money. It's debt-free money, right? And you can get this free money from an entity like Walmart or Amazon. You can get this grant money from the government like the SBA. You can also get this grant money from an organization like Hello Alice or Hello Skip or any other nonprofit that helps small business owners. Now, the three main websites that I use to search for grants is grants.gov, grantwatch.com, and helloskip.com. And you can use those. Grants.gov is a free website, so you can use that as a search engine and apply to grants there. Then you have HelloSkip. HelloSkip is where I would advise you would get started. It's a free app. You can download on your phone and you can apply to the grants there. They don't require you to have an LLC or EIN. They also don't really require you to have a business plan or anything like that. HelloSkip is a perfect platform that I would advise that you get started with your grant writing journey so you can get an understanding or a sense of what these higher ticket grant opportunity applications are asking. And then grantwatch.com is a $40 a month subscription, but it's definitely worth it because it gives you all of the grants that serve in your favor in your local area, that's in your business industry, and that's tailored towards you as the company owner. And then also with those particular grants at grantwatch.com, it's much easier for you to comprehend the details. Now, there's 4 ways you can get approved of a grant, and I want you to understand this, Maria. Grants are like raffle tickets or lottos. You understand? So put yourself in that type of mindset. The person who goes to the corner store and buys a scratch off every day is more likely to hit the jackpot versus you, who only buys a scratch off every now and again throughout the year. And that's because they're vigilant and they actually are determined to hit the jackpot. You have to be in the same mindset with these grant opportunities. See, the difference between grants and the analogy I just gave you is that the guy at the corner store is so determined to hit the jackpot that he's actually willing to spend his time and his money on making sure that he adheres to his daily routine of potentially winning a jackpot. See, with grants, you're not spending any money. You're spending time, but the time is so worth it. Some of these grant applications ask certain questions that you didn't even develop yourself, and it will also help you gain clarity and reassurance on some execution steps you need to be taking to create or generate some profits in your business. For example, how do you create traction in your business? And what are some key factors and data that can back that up? Right? So when you are answering some of these grant questions, it will definitely develop your business acumen, so you're still not wasting any time with applying to these grants. You literally have nothing to lose when we are applying to grants. It's either they're going to say yes or no. If you apply to 1 grant a day, friend, then you're applying to at least 30 grants in a month. Out of 30 qualifying grants, you're going to get approved to at least 2 to 5 of them. But you have to be, consistent. And that's the key to this. Most individuals are not consistent in anything that they do unless it's something that they truly like or a vice or a bad habit, right? But when it comes down to really doing something that we need to do for the greater good of ourselves, we do have to discipline ourselves and we have to stay focused and be consistent in getting these opportunities. Now, you can get 100 no's, and that 1 yes can be that $1 million ticket to really take you to the next level. So continue to apply and be consistent. Lastly, the 4 ways that you can get approved of a grant. Now, remember I said they don't check your credit. No bank statements needed. So with that being said, you don't have to worry about any credit checks, and you don't have to worry about trying to make any income to prove how you're going to pay this back. This is not a loan. This is a grant. A grant is simply a free reward that you can get from an entity or from the government or an organization. So with that being said, the 4 ways you can win a grant is through a pitch competition. Pitch competition is kind of like Shark Tank. Through a first come, first serve opportunity. So we saw that with the PPP and the SBA, COVID funding. A random raffle or drawing. So you still have to apply in order for you to be randomly picked. And then the 4th way you can get approved of a grant is through a judgment. And this is when they read the answers on your application and they determine who has the best answers and who delivered their vision as detailed, clear, and concise as possible. Okay? So Having things like a business plan, a pitch deck, and a pitch video will best prepare you for these grant opportunities. It will help you with answering these questions, and it will also give you clarity on which grant opportunities you should go for, because your business plan will thoroughly outline exactly what your vision is. Your mission, your business mission and vision needs to align with the grant opportunity. That's how you apply to a qualifying grant. So when I say applying to 30 qualifying grants, I don't mean applying to 30 small business grants solely for Black business owners. I mean, think about it. Is a broad grant, and there's probably thousands, over 2,000, 5,000 applications in there because there's so many Black business owners, versus going for that opportunity solely for you and your industry, right? For example, like a tech grant, medical tech, plumbing grant, trucking grant, a grant solely for beauty industry, a grant for barbers, a grant for veteran entrepreneurs, or a grant that is in your particular local city or state or town. Arkansas, Inglewood, California, Miami, Florida, Tallahassee, Florida. It can be in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, right? Memphis, Tennessee. Wherever you are located in your local area, they give out grant opportunities too that the government actually gives. So, having those things will help you prepare for those grant opportunities, and will also open the window for more opportunities, even in your local area too. But applying for more of those qualifying grants, friend, right? So the qualifying grants would be like those local area grants, or those grants that are more tailored towards your particular business industry. Okay? Vigilant, that's me at the corner store. No more wasting time and money. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm the same way. I'm not allergic to no. Exactly. I get it. Exactly. Thank you, love. Appreciate you. We need more like you. There's a lot of single mothers out here struggling. Understood. Yeah. So understood. And as a single mom, and you're struggling, it all depends on what everybody's situation is different. But I want you to take the time out to find different things online that you can actually invest your time into, not so much as money, but your time into, to try to bring in some new profits. Something that we've been doing in the Audit August crew, you guys remember, I'm doing a free exercise called Audit August. I'm already at max capacity, so I'm not accepting any more people. So we've been actually doing some financial literacy things like personal finances. So Audit August is my free annual exercise that we do. I open up an opportunity for you guys to join me to focus on personal health development, personal finance development, and small business execution. So last Saturday, we had Dakota and Antoinette come on. Dakota is my financial advisor. Dakota and I'm so happy to announce that over the week, me and Dakota, we officially signed my IUL, life insurance policy, with Nationwide. And it's such a great policy, and I'm so excited. Let me explain to you what my retirement plan is, so you can have an understanding of why it's important for a lot of us to kind of understand what personal finance is, or what this is, the IUL is. So I am working very hard to develop my income so I can put about $2,000 a month for the next 10 years into a life insurance policy. So when I hit 41, I'm 29. So when I hit 41, I should have about $1 or $2 million in the pot. And I plan to take out $1 million and invest it into stock, real estate, and tech. And then the other $1 million, I plan to start a whole new life insurance policy with, right? A more higher premium quality life insurance policy. And so the type of life insurance policy I have is, after having it after 10 years, that's when you can take out from it, with tax-free. No tax penalties or anything like that. With 401k, when you take out from your 401k, you got to pay on taxes, right? You got to pay 30% on taxes. And the thing about that is, when you get ready to retire, if you have $500,000 in your 401k, and then you go to take it out, well, then you got to pay Uncle Sam $150,000 of that, which means you left with $450,000 to live the rest of your life with, which means you need to adjust your lifestyle, and you did not properly prepare for that the last 10 years. Who wants to be in that position? And honestly, I'm tired of paying Uncle Sam. I don't want to pay Uncle Sam at all. All right. So I set myself up for retirement, and I'm so happy that in Audit August, if you're a part of Audit August, and you're on here, I want you to really think about what we went over on Saturday and prepare yourself. Make sure you complete the homework you got by tomorrow. All right. You have by tomorrow to submit the homework, make sure you join the classroom. The link and all the information is sent to your email. I also sent out text messages yesterday, okay? So I just had to do that PSA for my Audit August crew, but yeah, it's a really fun exercise and we getting stuff done, okay? Let's see. I'm trying to get a grant for childcare. I need around 100K to boost up my business. I really need help with that. Can you help? Absolutely. So, Marina, let's start here. So, for childcare, are you already in operation? All right, so she's already in operation, right? So you're asking, can I help with that? Are you asking, do you want some education and some information on how you can execute this? Or are you asking if I can write the grant for you? Anybody else who has questions regarding grants or whatever the case may be, this is the purpose of the live. I want you to come on here and ask me any questions that you might have. No, it's not out of order, actually. I manually text you all. So that's what it is. And yeah. And then the Shelby at Expand My Wallet is no longer the email. I updated my email. So if you're trying to email me, I don't know what you would be trying to email me for. You can ask me any questions right here, okay? So yes, for the grant. So you said yes for the grant. So my question was, did you want information on how to search and apply for a grant, or did you want to know how I can apply to the grant for you? Okay. BG's on YouTube says her question applies to me as well. Childcare, I'm not in operation. Awesome. So yeah. Absolutely. Well, so yeah, I'm only asking her questions because I want to know, like, where she is on her grant journey, or if she's, even applied to grants. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. hmm Yeah, and you guys can always book a one-on-one consultation with me. I have like 3 messages. Right now, I'm texting you guys back. It is $47 to book a consultation with me. So please do not text the word grants to my number if you don't have the $47 ready to go. And the reason why I say that is because I really do manually text you guys. I don't have like, I manually text you. So I do take my time out to like text you, and then I'm sending a message and then you just like reading it and you don't see value in it. So don't waste your time texting grants. Don't waste mine either. We are seniors need a grant for a home fix up for us to do. Okay, John. So there are government funded programs. Have you taken a look at any resource centers or any government funded programs in your local area? If I were able to send you my business plan, would you know what grants would be best for the business I'm in trying to start? Yeah, you don't even have to send your business plan. You can obviously just send me whatever your business industry is. But however, I want you to write these 3 tools down because pretty much what you're asking me to do is search for the grants for you. I can do this right now and search for the grants, but it's all about you executing on applying for them, right? So why waste my time in searching for the grant for you here live on YouTube? Well, you can use the search engine tools that I can give you, and you can go ahead and search and apply to the grants yourself. So write these things down, okay? C5ELMO76. All right. So grants.gov, okay, grantwatch.com, and helloskip.com, okay? So grants.gov, grantwatch.com, helloskip.com are all of the great, the grant websites that you can use to find the grant that serves in your business industry. How can you do for me, please? So Marina wants to know, how can I do it for her? Well, I can apply to 5 grants for you for $420. I charge $420 to apply to 5 grants for you. You let me know if you feel like that is a deal. Yeah. And also, I want to know, do you understand how grants work? right? Because there's no point in you spending $420. Because look at it like this: you're going to spend $420 with a grant writer, and you don't understand how grants work. So even though I have a 71% successful grant writing rate, because you think grants are like loans, lines of credit, or credit cards, and you don't clearly comprehend the logistics or how they work, right? And I advise that you watch some more of my live streams to really get an understanding of how they work. And this is why I encourage you guys to apply to grants yourself, so you yourself can have the experience. I would hate for you to hire me at $420 for 5 grants, and you don't get, and I apply to the 5 grants and you don't get approved for none of them. You understand? So earlier in this live stream, I stated that majority of the people who hire me for that service, they are already applying to grants themselves. They just use that service to have me apply to 5 harder to apply grants that they might have came across that are either time consuming or challenging. Okay, so yeah, I just want to make that clear. And also, with grants, it's always best that you have a grant writer on retainer. People have me on a $3,000 retainer. So every 3 months, they pay me $3,000, and I actually apply to more than 30 grants for them, at least 30 grants. And but I'm consistently applying, and with these grant opportunities, it's all about being consistent, right? So hiring a grant writer and doing a contract for service is much better than doing a one-time like grant writing service, unless you are, like I said, applying to grants yourself and you come across 5 grants that are pretty challenging, and then you would like to hire a grant writer. Okay. All right, so thank you. Awesome. I'm just starting my grant journey, and I'd like to know more of what I can even apply for, or a good place to start. All right, so you can apply to all grants that serve in your business industry. You can apply to all grants that serve in your personal favor. So, like women-owned business grants, Black women-owned business grant, Latino-owned business grant, a veteran entrepreneur grant, persons with disability, entrepreneur grants. And then you can also apply to those grants that are in your local area, and then obviously industry specific. So if you are in whatever business industry you're into, the 3 main websites that I use to search and apply to grants will be grants.gov, grantwatch.com, and helloskip.com. If you're getting started, try HelloSkip. HelloSkip might actually be the best, app for you to use to get started. So yeah, absolutely. Any other questions? Yep. You know how like some people, they get that mindset of, you already heard somebody say something before, you just want to ask a question and you just want to hear them again hear them say it again for your reassurance. That's what that was. All right, so any other questions? Mark. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. All right, I just want to know if you guys had any more questions regarding some of these grant opportunities. Day 4. Oh, that's because I just messed with it. I'm trying to get on here to see if I can bring up the links to like the government grant programs, but they haven't dropped them yet. So when they drop them, then I guess next week, then we'll be able to dive deeper. Like this week has been like full of information, and it's just been so pleasing to know about all of these amazing grant workshops and grant programs that are available. And these are government funded grant programs, you guys. So, I'm pretty sure when you go to Google these grant programs, you've already pretty much saw them, but you just didn't comprehend how they work. And then and then also, like, I want to ask you guys a question. So when you went to, who in here, you can, by show of hands or whatever, who in here has actually searched and applied to a grant before? Who in here has actually done that? Out of like the couple of people that's in here, I just want to know. Because I want to know. Because I'm starting to think that, yeah, I have a jewelry business, and I feel the same when people keep asking me over and over what kind of metal it is, and I know they've stopped with me. They shop with me before. I've gotten to, oh, this is awesome, perfect, perfect. Yeah, I was just, you know, I was just asking, because I know I sometimes I know I have to repeat myself because I know I have new subscribers and new people that are just learning about grants, but I just noticed that I literally just said exactly the same thing in less than a minute or 2 minutes. So yeah, this is great. All right, perfect. All right, Jennifer, shout out to you. Go Jack, go Sandora. All right, that's what's up. I just want to know who actually applied to a grant here, and what that journey was like for you. But yeah, continue to apply. I got a Californian grant that was from the government in 2022. That is awesome. Yes. So look at this. People in here have actually applied to a grant and got approved for a grant. So this would definitely be motivating those who are thinking about it. When I'm telling you, my years of experience, I I got a 71% successful rate because I had to develop to that point. And with me applying to grants for other people, even with me applying to grants for other people, this is why I don't do like I used to do. Y'all gonna be like, whoa. I used to write grants. I used to apply to 10 grants for people for 350, right? And I don't do that anymore because I guess people didn't see value in it or whatever. I don't know. And and then I also had really serious challenges on getting people to complete like forms, like information that I need in order for them to get approved. Like I've actually talked about this a few times. I actually did a live stream because one time I was so pissed off that I got on here like I was upset because a client literally missed out on a $25,000 grant opportunity because life was life in or whatever she said, but simply because she didn't check her email and she did not forward the email and she did not provide the documentation in time enough, and we missed out on a $25,000 opportunity. And she was going through something financially, and it was like, well, that was going to help you out right there. I was so upset. And with me, just even with last year, I can tell you guys I went through that with at least 20 clients. So my successful grant writing rate has been standing for about 2 years, and that's only because I refused to do my ratings from last year, because the type of clientele, I guess, or how how we executed, I guess. This year, that's why I increased the prices. This year, that's why I'm more um, focused on the education. I'm more focused on you guys actually understanding and comprehending exactly like how this works. Because those 20 clients have stolen my services. They have wasted their time and their money, and they have missed opportunities. These are black business owners. Yeah, black men and women. And so, I'm saying that to say, like, if you're trying to get rich tomorrow, grants is not your plan A or plan B. Okay? Grants is the plan C. I also got the idea for my business, and oh, that's awesome. I live in Texas. Where can I get a small business grant in Texas? You can go to grants.gov, grantwatch.com, and helloskip.com. That's where you can get a grant. Grants.gov, grantwatch.com, helloskip.com. That is exactly where you can get a grant. Grants.gov, grants.gov, grantwatch.com, helloskip.com. Okay? Perfect. Now that you know the sites, are you actually going to search and apply to grants? And how many grants do you plan on applying to within this next week coming. Now that you have the 3 tools that I gave you, are you going to search and apply to grants? If so, how many grants do you plan to apply to within this next week? The game is free, the hustle is separate. The game is free, the hustle is sold separately. Do I have any nonprofits in here? I'm going to apply to 3 grants. That is super dope. Not sure. I lost my. You lost your Wednesday. You lost your job on Wednesday. Oh, okay, understood. Your job has nothing to do with entrepreneurship. Your job has nothing to do with entrepreneurship. Jack says, I will check all 3. Are there multiple grants with each? Yes, these are grant searching engines I just gave you. So if this is your first time meeting me, hi, welcome in. I'm pretty sure this is because I've actually, the other day, I actually went to those websites. So if you check out my live stream from the other day, I went to those 3 websites and I showed you how to use the filters in place to search for grants that serve in your favor. So I encourage you to subscribe to my channel and take a look at all of the videos. If you take your time and watch a lot of my live stream, you will actually get all of the gems that you need in order to be very successful on your grant writing journey. Jennifer says she's applying to 2 a day. That's dope. So Miss Tina says, so just to clarify, I kind of meant the beginner how to apply first steps. LOL, I like that quote. The beginner how to apply first steps. Right. So Hello Skip would be where you would go. Yeah. All right. And that's where you would go to like really get an understanding of, you know, how to really get into it. And if you start with Hello Skip, the app, you will answer those questions there, and they will give you clarity on how to, you know, how to be prepared for grants, right? So yeah, but a step by step, how to search and apply for grants. I have a full live stream on here. Yeah, that gives you everything, all of literally how to get started with grants and how to use those 3 websites and how to use these different artificial intelligence tools to get your business plan, your pitch deck, and stuff like that. So I actually already have a YouTube live stream video that goes deeply into it. The title is How to Search and Apply for Grants. And you might want to go take a look at that. It's pretty much like a 1-hour little course that gives you all of the details, right? And it will really give you clarity on what a grant is and how it works. Hi there. Do I have to register for my LLC before applying to grants? Pokita McHenry? No, not all the time, right? So you don't always have to apply or always have to have your LLC or EIN in order for you to be eligible for grants. However, that does increase your chances of approvals. When you are applying to grants without your LLC or EIN, then you will apply to those startup grants. So you need to have a business plan, right? Because they're going to ask you, well, what are you going to do with this $10,000 grant opportunity? How are you going to answer that question? Right? So having things like a business plan will help you answer those questions. And you don't always have to have an LLC or EIN to get a grant opportunity. All right? Are these just for businesses? Or yes, I only talk about small business grant opportunities. That's it. I don't talk about individual grants. Individual grant opportunities are like rental assistance. Individual grants will also be like food and SNAP EBT benefits, SSI, things like that, right? So, yeah, those are individual personal grants. I don't talk about those. I personally don't, you know, I'm blessed to say that I don't have to like learn about those programs myself. I'm an entrepreneur, so yeah, I've been an entrepreneur for 8 years, so I only talk about entrepreneurship. It says like even your previous vids, good starting point. Okay, nice. Okay. Um, I've applied to the $2 million tech grant that you spoke about. They gave me tips and told me to apply again in the next round. It was a good experience. See, you gotta experience it. You gotta give yourself some experience. If you don't apply, then you won't even know exactly how to increase your chances of approvals and how to also increase your chances of opportunities, right? So I'm so happy, Jennifer, that you actually applied, and even they give you tips on like how you can increase your chances for the next opportunity. Continue to apply. Even if you keep getting denied, they give out this money to over 400 startups every year. This is an annual grant, right? $2 million. So, with that being said, I will apply until I have really came up with, uh, the actual strategy that they're looking for, right? Until I'm literally the perfect candidate for them. So, good. Perfect. The hustle quote you were saying. Sorry for not being clear. Oh, the quote. Oh, the grant writing quote. So you don't qualify in order for you to actually gain my services in that way, right? Because you have to actually apply to grants yourself before you even try to pay me $420. I don't allow clients to hire my services without applying to grants themselves. That's just my grant protocol. Because, like I said, I've went through well over 50 disputes just last year with people calling their debit cards saying I never applied to grants for them, even though I did. I never did certain things for them. So I'm literally protecting my business. I'm protecting my energy here. So you truly have to comprehend and get the experience of applying to grants yourself, so that way you won't feel manipulated, you won't feel scammed, or you won't feel like frauded in the event that you don't get approved for a grant after the grant writer has applied to the grant opportunity for you, right? You are hiring a grant writer solely to save you the time and the energy with applying to the grants, right? But you're not hiring them to get you a guaranteed approval. So, that's that. And so most people, they would hire me, especially from last year and the years prior to that. People would hire me because I would say, hey, I'm a 71% successful grant writer rate. I'm a 71% successful grant writer. And that's so pleasing, right? And you guys want to impulsively buy. You see this pretty girl saying this stuff on YouTube and talk about grants and, oh, you can get free money and stuff. It's so exciting. So people would just pay. They would just, purchase. They would just spend the money without understanding that, hey, I can't guarantee you that you'll get approved. And even after I tell them that, they don't see value in it. So they already come with a mindset of, well, shit, even if you don't get me approved, I'm still going to get my money back. I'm just going to call on my card. So whether you get me approved or not, Shelby, I still just need you for you to do the job. But see, the thing about it is that that money gets taken away from the families that I help, on my payroll team, right? The families that are on my payroll, the money that you guys pay for these services, they go towards their households. They're paying for their children to go to school, right? They're paying for their families to eat. So when you do those things and you dispute charges and stuff, be mindful of that. And also be mindful of karma, because you are a business owner and you're going to want someone to, buy your product or service. And also you're going to want somebody to give you some good reviews as well. And so when you do things like dispute and chargebacks, keep in mind karma. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you for spreading wealth. Absolutely. What's the title of for your YouTube? I think it's how to apply for grants. That's amazing. Yes, I will. Absolutely. Thank you for your help. I'm going to apply. I subscribe, and I will be going through your videos for more. Thank you again. Absolutely. I'm going to watch your tutorials. Thank you for being patient with us. It has been a learning curve for me personally and a valuable education so far. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I'm being patient, with you guys. I'm understanding that, the algorithms are different than Instagram. I'd be thinking sometimes you guys already see majority of like what I'm saying, but it's like
Recording in progress.
yeah, I understand that now the YouTube algorithm is pushing out my videos so much. I'm going viral right now that I'm learning that a lot of you guys that are coming in, you're just now learning about grants or who I am, right? So, welcome in, friends. So I'm actually going to start a consultation right now. Um, I have a meeting, and but do you guys have any last questions before we end this live stream so I can hop in my Zoom call? With a client. If you want to book a one-on-one $47 call with me, you can always do that. And we can do that with by choosing the link. Okay, so I'll put the link in here, or the link should already be in the description, or you can text the word grants to 855-731-1487. All right, that's 855-731-1487. Okay, peace and blessings, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you're in Audit August, join me in our Zoom call tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.